Hi guys, it's Tiffany Ashton with ClinEssentials. I am an industry professional. I've been in the industry for 18 years. I've served as a clinical research coordinator, a CRA, both blinded and unblinded, a CTM, both blinded and unblinded, and also a project manager. We've gotten a lot of questions for some of our newer CRAs on how they should prepare for a monitoring visit. And this is a routine monitoring visit, also known as an interim monitoring visit. So those usually occur, and what you need to do is pull your monitoring plan that can be provided by your study team. So your monitoring plan is going to outline how often your routine monitoring visits need to occur. Sometimes after your first patient is either screened or randomized at your sites, you may have to go out within 2 weeks. Sometimes you have to go out sooner. And then the subsequent visits, they may occur every 4 to 6 weeks. So your first plan of action is to pull your monitoring plan so you can understand how soon you need to get out to your site. So once you understand that, then what you'll go ahead and do, you will confirm with your study coordinator at your site when they are available. What are their monitoring hours? Are they available Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday? How soon can you get there in the morning, and how late can you stay? Once you've confirmed your date and time, you want to go ahead and book your travel with your travel agency through your company. From there, you want to start prepping for that visit. Once you, let me take a step back there. Once you confirm that visit with your site, you could also go ahead and send out the confirmation letter. Usually the confirmation letters go about 3 days before the visit, but just depending on when you confirm that visit, you want to go ahead and send a confirmation to your study coordinator so she'll lock it in place. She or he will lock it in place. Okay, now that the confirmation letter is out, the visit is scheduled, you want to go ahead and start preparing for your visit. So a couple of things, depending on how you keep your files and your records, you may want to pull a manila folder that has your doctor's name on it, and within that manila folder you would want to pull from the CTMS system, that's the clinical trial management system, your last trip report. So that's the last monitoring visit report. You want to pull that and have a copy of that here. And you also want to pull a copy of your last follow-up letter. And it could be from a previous CRA if you are now just coming on board at that site, or it could be your own follow-up letter or trip report, and that could be from maybe the SIV, or it could be from another visit if you are co-monitoring or something like that. So you want to pull the last report because you want to see where the site is at. And you want to go ahead and review action items that were left during the last monitoring visit. Usually you'll see that in the clinical report, and you'll also see that as in the follow-up letter. So those are the two things that you want to have in your manila folder. You also want to have handy any emails or any items for follow-up that your study team may have given you for that particular site, because you want to start getting your list so you know what needs to be done. If there's an interim analysis or a database lock coming up, you want to also make sure you have that information handy, because when you get on site, you have to be efficient. You may be only there for 8 hours before you have to catch your flight, and you want to have your game plan there. And that's why ClinEssentials, we were founded by clinical research professionals for clinical research professionals to provide tools and resources to help you be more efficient in your job. So one of the tools that I would suggest for preparation for any kind of visit is the visit to-do list. And this is where it's a checkoff list. You can write out, your actions, your plan of action for the various tasks that you want to do. If you need to follow up on an SAE from the last visit or that happened between the visit, any of those things, you want to pull the visit to-do list, maybe have one or two, and you can have your checklist on the front, and on the back you can have additional notes. And so you'll put that as your part of your prep into your folder as well. You may also, if you're or previously at that site, or maybe if your company had other CRAs using our tools before you took over the site, you may have this action item list that the previous monitor has shared with you. And this is carbon copy, and you write on it once, and you can give a copy to your study coordinator, and you can keep a copy for yourself. So this is another tool that that's very handy to keep your visit on track, and also when you have your actions, to be sure that they're closed between visits. So this is another tool that you should have as you prep. So you have your folder ready for your doctor. So this is ready for your visit. I would also put in your travel itinerary in here as well, so you can make sure you have everything handy. You'll put this in your work bag along with your computer the night before your visit, just so you can have everything, and that may be also the night before you travel. Other things to add to your note bag or to your work bag: you want to have pins. So you want to have pins, you want to have maybe multiple colors. Here's a red one, here's a blue one. Sometimes you need to mark things in different colors to keep track of what you've already reconciled, what you've already looked at. Also, let me see, you want to have your Minnie Mouse. And one of the biggest things that ClinEssentials created for clinical research professionals are our CRA audit notes. Now, these audit notes are color-coded with industry catchphrases. So this one is protocol deviation, and it's red. This one is prior to the next visit, and it's a teal color. And this one is, just for an example, please report to the IRB/EC, and that's a purplish color. We have 16 different catchphrases, and these take the place of the traditional yellow sticky notes that you would normally use at a monitoring visit. And not only do the CRA audit notes save you time when you're on site, but it also is such a relief to your study coordinators and your investigators at the end of the visit. When they come in, instead of them seeing a sea of yellow sticky notes, they see these nice color-coded, I know exactly what I need to do, I know what I need to do now versus later, and it makes the world of difference to them. It increases their efficiencies 25 to 30%, and it also will increase your efficiencies on site when you are going through binders after binders after binders, and you need to be able to be more streamlined with your approach and your communication, and also maximize your time on site. So thanks again for tuning in, and please be on the lookout for additional tools and videos. Please send in a question if you want to know any additional ones, and then please check out our website at ClinEssentials.com.